Hello friends, welcome to my channel. The God Code Exposed. Arthur Ford's world had always been one of logic and reason, a life built on the tangible and the measurable. But all of that changed one fateful evening when a head-on collision sent his car spinning off the road and into a ditch. The impact was catastrophic, and Arthur's body was left broken, his mind slipping into a deep, unresponsive coma. For weeks he lay in a hospital bed, machines keeping him alive, while his family clung to the faint hope that he might one day wake up. What they didn't know was that Arthur's consciousness had embarked on a journey far beyond the confines of his broken body, a journey that would forever alter his understanding of life, death, and what lies beyond. As Arthur's awareness drifted away from the hospital room, he found himself in a place that defied all logic. At first it was darkness, but not the kind of darkness that instills fear. This was a warm, enveloping void, a space that felt both infinite and intimate. Then slowly, a light began to emerge, a golden, radiant glow that seemed to pulse with life. It grew brighter and brighter, until Arthur felt himself being drawn into it as if the light itself were alive and welcoming him home. The sensation was indescribable, a profound sense of peace, love, and understanding that permeated every fiber of his being. He realized, with a clarity that transcended thought, that this light was the source of all existence, the essence of everything that ever was and ever would be. As he moved closer to the light, Arthur's surroundings began to shift. The void gave way to a landscape of breathtaking beauty. Rolling hills stretched out before him, their vibrant green hues glowing with an otherworldly brilliance. Flowers of every color dotted the fields, their petals shimmering as if lit from within. The sky above was a tapestry of swirling colors, deep purples, radiant golds, and soft blues, that shifted and blended in ways that defied the laws of physics. The air was filled with a soft, melodic hum, a sound that seemed to resonate with his very soul. Arthur felt weightless, free from the pain and limitations of his physical body. He was pure consciousness, unburdened and unbound. In the distance, he saw figures moving gracefully across the landscape. They were humanoid in shape, but their forms were made of light, their features indistinct yet radiating an overwhelming sense of familiarity and love. One figure approached him, and though it had no recognizable face, Arthur knew instinctively that it was his grandmother, who had passed away years ago. She didn't speak, but her presence communicated everything he needed to know, that he was loved, that he was safe, and that this place was a realm of infinite possibilities. Arthur felt an overwhelming sense of belonging, as if he had finally come home after a long and arduous journey. As he explored this wondrous world, Arthur began to understand that this was not just a place, but a state of being. Time, as he had known it, no longer existed. Past, present, and future were all one, and he could perceive them simultaneously. He saw glimpses of his own life, moments of joy, sorrow, triumph, and regret, but they no longer carried the weight they once had. Instead, they felt like threads in a vast, intricate tapestry, each one essential to the whole. He also saw the lives of others, their experiences interwoven with his own, in ways he had never imagined. It was as if every soul was connected, part of a greater, unified consciousness. Arthur's grandmother, or the being he perceived as her, guided him through this new reality. She showed him places that seemed to exist outside of space and time. Vast libraries, filled with the collective knowledge of the universe halls, where the echoes of every thought and emotion ever felt resonated in harmony, and gardens, where the essence of every living thing thrived in perfect balance. He met other beings, some of whom he recognized from his life, and others who were entirely new to him. Each encounter was filled with love and understanding, a reminder that in this realm there was no judgment, no fear, only acceptance and unity. But as Arthur delved deeper into this afterlife, he began to sense that his journey here was not yet complete. A gentle force tugged at him, pulling him back toward the world he had left behind. At first he resisted, desperate to stay in this place of beauty and peace. But the beings around him reassured him, their presence conveying a message of comfort and purpose. They showed him glimpses of the future, moments of love, connection, and growth that awaited him if he chose to return. Arthur realized that his time in this realm was a gift, a glimpse of what awaited him when his earthly journey was truly over. But for now, his path led back to the world of the living. With a mixture of reluctance and acceptance, Arthur allowed himself to be drawn back. The radiant landscape faded, the light dimmed, and the warmth receded. He felt himself descending, falling through layers of consciousness until, with a jolt, he awoke in his hospital bed. The machines beeped steadily around him, and the sterile smell of the hospital filled his nostrils. His body ached, and his mind was foggy, but the memory of what he had experienced remained vivid and clear. In the days and weeks that followed, Arthur struggled to put his experience into words. How could he explain the ineffable beauty of the afterlife, the profound sense of connection and love he had felt? He tried to share his story with his family and friends, but their reactions ranged from skepticism to outright disbelief. Yet for Arthur, the experience was as real as anything he had ever known. It had changed him in ways he was still trying to understand. He no longer feared death, for he had seen what lay beyond, a realm of infinite love and peace. But more than that, he had gained a new appreciation for life. Every moment, every connection, every breath felt precious, a gift to be cherished. Arthur's journey through the afterlife became the foundation of a new purpose. He dedicated his life to helping others, sharing his story in the hope that it might bring comfort to those who feared death or struggled to find meaning in life. He wrote books, gave lectures, and offered guidance to those who sought his wisdom. Though he knew his words could never fully capture the depth of his experience, he hoped they might serve as a beacon, a reminder that there is more to existence than what we can see and touch. Years passed and Arthur grew older, but the memory of his journey never faded. As he lay on his deathbed surrounded by loved ones, he felt no fear, only a quiet anticipation. He knew that the radiant light, the boundless love, and the infinite peace he had glimpsed so many years ago were waiting for him. And as he took his final breath, he smiled, for he knew that he was not saying goodbye, but returning home.